Radharani. Krishna Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadha Shivasati Gaura Bhaktabinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare. So first of all, I offer pranams to our Gurudev, Vishnupad Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj, our Rupanuga Guru Varga, all devotees, Dandavat pranams. So, in a few days is Gaur Purnima, the appearance day of Lord Chaitanya. So I'm here in Mayapur, so already Parikram groups are going out. So I think this morning, it was ISKCON went past the apartments. Because people are still afraid of Corona, and some restrictions in India also. But no restrictions on Lord Chaitanya's mercy. Why Krishna came in the form of Lord Chaitanya? Some internal and some external reasons are there. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami discusses this. So some internal or primary reasons are two. The main one is Siradaya Pranaya. Krishna wanted to understand the glories of Radhika's prayer. Devotion in this world he wanted to bring. He thought only Krishna can distribute Krishna Prem. So the worship at Vedacharya also brought Lord Chaitanya to this world. So that is for Lord Chaitanya, something for the jivas. That is Prem Ras. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to distribute this Braja Prem. Therefore he distributed this Raganuga Bhajan, this Raganuga Bhakti. Yuga, there's a Yuga Dharma. Yuga Dharma Pravatimu Nam Sankirtan Charbhav Bhaktideya Nachimu Bhuvan. So through this chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, the Yuga Dharma means, and through this chanting of Harinam, he distributed this Braja Bhakti, or Braja Prem. So today I want to talk mainly about the internal reason of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. So this is very astonishing and very deep. So even Krishna could not understand Radharani's glories, then how we will understand. So Kaviraj Goswami describes these secret things, especially in Adi Lila, chapter 4. I hope before Gaur Purnima, everyone studies that chapter. So after completing 5,000 years ago, 5,200 years ago, Krishna came at the end of the Dwapara Yuga. He performed his pastimes in 3 places, Brajamandal, Mathura, and lastly Dwarka. But especially after completing his pastimes, Krishna not felt satisfied. He not felt fully happy. So this is astonishing thing. Because Krishna is Ananda Swarup. Krishna is the embodiment of bliss, the embodiment of happiness. All scripture says, Om Puna Punamidam Puna Puna Sudachiti. Who is Krishna? He is the complete whole. The whole remains completely whole. Okay, Prema, you got that? So Krishna feels incomplete. Krishna feels dissatisfaction, and this is very much astonishing thing. Because in Tattva, he is the complete Tattva. Nothing lacking in him. Matap, because there is nothing else except him in the creation, then how he can feel any lacking? So in Tattva, he is complete. But in Rasa, It can be he feels some incompleteness. Of course, this is the Achintya Shakti of Krishna. Impossible things are reconciled within him. He may be complete, yet at the same time, inconceivably, he feels incompleteness. But that incompleteness is not material. That was some spiritual desire of Krishna. So this also I've known first place. All his desires, and secondly, all his desires are fulfilled automatically. Therefore, Krishna is also called Aptakam. Aptakam means whatever he wants, immediately fulfilled. Number one, he has no desire, but if he does have a desire, immediately fulfilled. His unlimited potency is immediately fulfill his desire. Therefore, the Shastra says Krishna is the non-doer. He has nothing to do because his potencies do everything. So, so one by one, there's so many contradictions. It appears in Gauranga Mahaprabhu's appearance. Number one, he feels some incompleteness. Number two, he has no desire. Number three, even if he has desire, that's fulfilled. But at the end of Krishna Lila, Krishna was scratching his head, saying, I feel some incompleteness. I feel some dissatisfaction. Why is that? So even Krishna can't understand. How we will understand. So Gogamai said, where all scripture ends, God Avatar begins there. Krishna is the complete Paratattva, and he is called Lila Purushottam. He performs unlimited pastimes with his parikas. But after doing everything, he felt dissatisfaction. So, where Krishna Tattva finishes, of course, Krishna and Gaura Tattva is not two separate tattvas. Don't think like that. Say Krishna, say Gaura, say Jagannath. Krishna is Gauranga, Krishna is Jagannath. Same thing. But language problem, no? So where Krishna finished, Gauranga begins there. Many people tell us, oh, Gauranga Tattva is for the beginners. But actually, Gauranga Tattva is for the end, the conclusion. Because where Krishna Tattva finishes, Gauranga begins there. So it's not some easy thing to understand. Okay. So Krishna was, and what was that dissatisfaction? Krishna was thinking, I give happiness to the whole world. Right? The nature of Krishna, he is Ananda Swarup. Krishna is the embodiment of Sat Chit Ananda, eternality, knowledge, and bliss. So Krishna is the form of bliss, the form of happiness. That without remembering Krishna and serving Krishna, no one can be happy because he is the fountainhead of all happiness. Actually, happiness personified, Radhika serves him always, therefore he's always happy. And Krishna gives happiness to Radhika, who is Ladini Swarup. So it's very astonishing tattva. So Kaviraj Goswami describes Krishna think, I give happiness to the whole world. But if I think carefully, then Radharani alone gives me happiness. This is true, of course, all rasas are glorious. Das Sakya Vatsalya is there. But still, the Gopi Bhav, Radharani's affection, so deep that Krishna forgets all other tastes, all other rasas, and chases behind that ras. So Krishna thinks, I am the embodiment of bliss. I give happiness to the three worlds. But I find only Radharani can give me happiness. What is that? What is in me? What is in Radhika that gives me happiness? So this is too much confusing to Krishna. There must be something special in Radhika that is not in me. Right? That's in even in material life, we pursue something and that thing gives us happiness. Of course, Krishna's love is not material. So Krishna is thinking that means in Radhika is something special, which gives joy to me. Krishna's body is so cool. No? We are enjoyers, no? So our body is always hot, right? So many desires, so much thinking, so much planning. More than sandalwood paste. Anyone who takes shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, topics of Krishna, Krishna's name, then all burning of this world disappear. So how cool is Krishna? So Krishna is thinking, my body, my touch give coolness to the whole. I come to Krishna's lotus feet, but Radhika's touch makes me cool. When Krishna feeling some burning sensation, then the touch of Radhika that gives him coolness. So something is in her which is not in me. Coolness, bliss. Krishna is the embodiment of all, the source of all artistic abilities. 64 colors, 64 arts, Krishna is the presiding deity of that. Krishna's singing, Krishna's dancing, Krishna's joking, Krishna's Siddhanta, so deep. Radhika sings, when Radhika plays the Bina, when Radhika dances, then Krishna becomes stunned. And he admits, Radhika Prem Guru Ami Shishanad, Radhika's Prem is my Guru. What is in her that is not in me? I don't understand. No. So many things Krishna was thinking. Because philosophically, Shakti Matora Bed, the Vedanta Sutra says, there is no difference between Shaktimam, Krishna, the possessor of potency, the energetic. So philosophically, there should be no difference at all between Krishna and Radhika. Radhika Purna Shakti, Krishna Purna Shakti Mam, Dui Bastu Bed Nahi Shastra Pariman, Kaviraj Goswami says. All scriptures, Shastra Pariman declares there's no difference at all between Radha and Krishna. Philosophically. Only one difference, Krishna is the energetic, Radhika is the energy. But we see there's no difference between the energy and the energetic. Like Kaviraj Goswami gives the example, like the sun and the sunlight, no difference. So philosophically, there should be nothing special in Radhika that is not in Krishna, because they are non-different. But still, inconceivably, Krishna admits there is something in her which is not in many things. But Krishna is the source of everything. So how is it possible? There is something in Radhika which is not in him. Therefore, this is very much achintya, inconceivable. Inconceivable even for Krishna. What to speak for us? So Krishna was contemplating, and Krishna's contemplation is so deep. Because Krishna is the presiding deity of Sambit. Krishna's thinking, not so Krishna fully contemplating all this. Then finally he realized, no, I cannot understand. It's beyond me. So especially what is in Radhika that is not in me, how can I understand it? Then he was thinking, unless I become Radhika, unless I take her position, I cannot understand. It's like if we look at a pizza, we get some knowledge by looking at it. But full knowledge only comes by tasting. So Krishna thinking how I can taste her mood. Taste her prema. Because Krishna is the enjoyer of Radhika's prema. Krishna is the Visai Vigraha. Krishna is the enjoyer. Krishna is not the Asray Vigraha or the servant or the devotee. So Krishna cannot understand as long as he's in the mood of Krishna. Because Krishna. So finally, Krishna was thinking, unless I come in the position of Radhika, I cannot understand all these things. So see, this is the first of Krishna's internal desires. Kaviraj Goswami is so kind, he describes all these things. Siradaya pranaya mahima kidisovani swadyo yanadbhuta madurima kidisovamadiya sokyam chasyad mad anubhavata kidiso beti lobat tad bhavat samajani sachagarba sindhu hariyendu. This Sirad, the first of three internal desires of Krishna. The first one we are discussing, Siradaya Pranaya Mahim. What is the glories of Radhika's Pranaya? Pranaya means love and affection. Swarup Damodar Goswami describes. So Krishna cannot understand his own transformation. Siradhaya Pranaya Mahima. And who is Radha Krishna? Siradha Krishna Pranaya Prakriti Ladini Shakti Asmat Ekatmanam Apivi Pura Deha Vedam Gatoto Chaitam Akyam Praktamaduna Chatvam Chakyam Advam Yadrada Bhav Juti Sivalitam Nomi Krishna Surupam. Kaviraj Goswami declared, who is Lord Chaitanya? He is the combined form of Radha and Krishna. And who is Radhika? She is the transformation of Krishna's pranaya. Guru Maharaj would describe Sri Radha Krishna pranaya. Who is Radha? She is the transformation of pranaya means attachment, love in simple language. So Guru Maharaj said that Krishna, when Krishna desired, I want to enjoy, then the transformation of that desire, Radharani, manifested from the left side of Krishna's body. So Radharani is the transformation of Krishna's desire. And Krishna's desires are not material. So Krishna could not understand the pranaya of himself. Radha and Krishna is not two, they are one soul. So even though Krishna is the embodiment of the Samvit Shakti is that Shakti by which Krishna knows himself and by which others may know Krishna. That is the workings of the Samvit Shakti. How Radharani's prem always controlled me. How Radharani's prem always attracted me. How I am controlled by her love. Again and again, Krishna was thinking he could not understand. So, anyway, even speaking, become bewildered. What to speak of Krishna's position? So, Krishna was thinking again. Because also Krishna says that Krishna is Akarshan, Krishna attracts all moving entities. So how can anything attract Krishna? And if one thing can attract him, that is bhakti. So how Krishna can understand the bhakti, the seva mood of Radhika? In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna speaks the philosophy, bhakti mam avajanati. I am understood only by bhakti. But the problem is Krishna does not have bhakti. Krishna has everything, but bhakti no. Bhakti is the mood of service. And Krishna is the mood of Visaya and Joya. So Krishna has everything, but not the mood of bhakti. Krishna is the enjoyer of bhakti. By Krishna's mercy, bhakti can come, but bhakti is with him, not with himself. That is the department of the devotee. Bhakti is Krishna's potency. Right? Bhakti Devi is the essence of the Samvit and Ladini Shaktis. So bhakti is So bhakti is his, but it's not his. It's not with him. That's with Radhika. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, I am understood only by bhakti, but Krishna has no bhakti. So Krishna was thinking, this is impossible because Krishna is not a bhakta. But whatever Krishna wants, that will happen. Agatana Gatana Patsya Shakti. What is impossible, that is Chincha Shakti, is Radhika. Gogamaj would say, if you pray to Krishna, oh Krishna, give me bhakti, then Krishna would say, I'm sorry, I cannot help you. Dharmata, karma, and moksha I can give, but bhakti is not my department. If you want bhakti, then you have to go to my devotee. So Krishna was thinking, also, what is the nature of Radhika's pranaya? That is very also inconceivable for Krishna. In this world, we see someone's qualities and we develop love. Like Malati, big business person. She looks at everyone's good qualities and bad qualities, then makes a relationship. But bhakti is not like that. Gurudev may have millions of faults, but the disciple never look at that. And why many people not follow Gurudev? They think Rai Maharaj have many faults. That's why they not follow. But Radhika's love is not like that. She not love Krishna looking at Krishna's good qualities or bad qualities. We are not like that. We look, some lady, she is beautiful, she is young. Oh, okay, I will like her. Some woman looks at some man. Oh, he is very wealthy, he's very handsome, he's very powerful. He comes from a good family. Okay, I will love him. But devotion, Radhika's love for Krishna is not like that. That is the nature of her prema. Even Krishna have that is Shikshastakam. Asli Sava Padastumam Adashanam. Lampat, he is a debauchee. He may break my heart by being with other gopis. He is debauchee, but still he is my prananath. My love for him not go down, not decrease. So in this world, we cannot find any prema like this. No, causeless. No. Radharani's love for Krishna does not increase seeing his good qualities. Her love for Krishna does not decrease seeing his bad qualities. No. Her prem is causeless, always increasing. Why? No cause. Even Krishna behaved very badly. Radharani's love for him does not decrease. So that is described by Rupa Goswami in Vedanta, in Lalit Madhav, Vedanta Madhav, sorry. Radharani heard the sound of Krishna's flute, may be very cruel. Like the deer hears the sound of Krishna's flute and comes near. So maybe the flute player is very cruel, but Radharani not think like that. Who is he? Is he good or bad? Even what's his name? She doesn't. That person. So hearing the name of Krishna, just hearing the name of Krishna. Who is Krishna? What is Krishna? She don't care. Hearing the name, she gave her heart. And seeing a picture of Krishna, just seeing a picture, she developed love and gave her heart to Krishna without any cause. So on her prema. So Siradaya Pranaya. Many ways Krishna was thinking. How can I understand that causeless love? How can I understand her mood of seva? And flies into the wind as if to embrace it. At nighttime, she sees the dark. The wind blows the bamboos with of my beloved's flute, she become mad. So only Radharani's love is like that, never decreasing. So Rupa Goswami described, even though her love is complete, always increasing. Also, even though her love is pure, it's always crooked. Radharani always behaving in a crooked manner, even though it's pure. Even though she is the guru of everyone, she has no pride. So these are many, many inconceivable things. How Radhika's prem control me? Krishna become like a man. What Krishna not do to get that prem of Radhika? What he not do? No? He playing flute only for Radhika. He doing Ras Leela only for Radhika. He lifting Govardhan only for Radhika. He's all beauty, all qualities only for Radhika's enjoyment, Radhika's pleasure. So what is that thing? What is her prem which attract me and make me mad? Krishna was thinking this is the first of Krishna's desires. Gaugamaj would speak for days just on this first point, the first desire, days. Then secondly, Krishna was thinking, but still, even though her prem is so great, still there is something in me which makes her mad. What is that thing? Radhika's prem is so great, but there must be something in Krishna which makes her like that. What is Krishna's fragrance? What is the beauty of his form? What is the sound of his flute? What are his lila? Some sweetness is there. What is that sweetness which makes her mad? I don't know. Especially in separation, Radhika's feelings in separation. Krishna, look at that. Krishna become astonished. What is this thing? Because Krishna loved Radhika and Radhika loved Prem, Krishna, because Prema means two. If there's only love to one person, that is not Prema. Prem means the spontaneous attachment between two. So Krishna has Prema. And Radhika has Prema. So, but Radhika's Prema control me, but what in me controls her? What makes her mad? Why is she so attractive? I don't know. Because Krishna cannot taste himself. Right? Can chocolate taste himself? No, that is why God made devotees. Unless there's someone to taste the chocolate, chocolate cannot have any happiness. Chocolate cannot taste himself. So Krishna, even though he's the embodiment of taste, he is Rasa Sarup. He's also Ananda Sarup. He is the embodiment of beauty, the embodiment of bliss, the embodiment of happiness, but he cannot taste himself. Because tasting needs two, taster and tasted. So Krishna is thinking something in me which makes her like that. What is that thing? Every morning when Radhika looks at Krishna, then she asks Lalita and Vishaka, who is this boy? This handsome boy who walks like an elephant? Who is this boy with peacock feather on his head? Then all night you're with him, you don't know who is he. No, I don't know. I promise I'm seeing first time. So only Radhika's prem is like that, but something in Krishna also makes her like that. So Krishna's beauty, his sweetness of his name, his form, his qualities, his pastimes, something in Krishna makes the whole world mad. What is that? Sometimes, one time, Krishna in Dwarka. Many examples. Krishna, he walked past a mirror and he saw his own reflection. So that reflection, so beautiful, Krishna saw that. Okay, we are not like that. We look at our ugly faces in the mirror and we think, oh my God, who is this ugly fellow? But Krishna is not like that. He sees his own beauty, he becomes astonished. He loses consciousness. He becomes mad. Actually, Rupa Goswami describes in Dwarka, Krishna saw his reflection. And the mood came, I want to embrace him. In the mood of Radhika, one mood, I want to embrace him. So attractive, so handsome. Sometimes there's a picture of baby Krishna sucking his toe, because the whole world talks about the nectar of Krishna. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Abandam. What is that? Lotus sweet make the whole world mad. So sweet. So all devotees talk about the nectar and taste it, but cannot taste, because Krishna does not have the mood of being the servant, the taster. Krishna has the mood of being the taster, not the tasted. So thinking, how can I understand the glories of her prema? I cannot unless I come in her mood. Unless I become Radhika, how can I understand what she feels to me? How can I taste my own sweetness? I cannot taste unless I come in the mood of Radhika, because only the devotees taste. And thirdly, what happiness she feels in seva. What happiness she feels. I cannot understand. Because someone who eats the pizza feels one happiness. Would cook and we would eat. So we feel happy eating, but mother also will feel something by the cooking. Oh, my children, my husband, so happy. Right, Oksana, is it true? That's why in Vedic culture, the wife always eats last. Someone may think, oh, this is very bad life for the woman. She eat last and husband and all children eat first. But she feel one satisfaction. Always eat first, we never eat last. But someone who eat last, who serve everyone, they must feel something that the other person cannot feel. So what happiness she feels in my service? Especially in separation, when Krishna sees this Radhika embracing the darkness. No? Radhika weeping in separation from Krishna. Radharani talking to the black crow, the black cuckoos. Radharani embracing the Yamuna. When Krishna sees this, Krishna's heart becomes unsteady. What is this? What she feels? In separation, Krishna feels separation, but Radhika is like 1,000 times more. When Krishna sees the separation of Radhika, Krishna becomes astonished. What's she feeling? What feeling she has for me? I do not have that same feeling. So again and again, the Lila was finished. Krishna was thinking these things again and again at the completion of Braja Lila. Of course, this does not mean that Krishna only came, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only appeared 5,000 years ago. No, this thinking is eternal. No, and in the Prem Vivata, don't think Krishna was first, Lord Chaitanya was second. Don't think like that. They're eternally present, both. So it's thinking of Krishna is going on since eternity, but still he cannot finish it. Still cannot understand. So thinking these three things, how her prema attract me, how her prema control me. Number two, what is in me that controls her, that attracts her? And number three, what happiness she feels in seva. What is that Premananda? What is that Sevananda? I don't know, because I am Krishna. So thinking again and again, Krishna decided there's only one conclusion. Only one way I can understand all these things. And Krishna was thinking all these things because he is Rasik Shekhar. Rasika Shekhar Krishna Paramakuru. Krishna is Rasik Shekhar means Krishna is the enjoyer. He tastes one type of rasa, Visai ras. No. Krishna has unlimited desire to taste rasa. Therefore, he came in unlimited incarnations. As Ram, he came to taste Majada. Sringadev, he came to taste something else. As Brahman, he came to taste another happiness. As Narayan, he tastes another happiness. So he have many, many desire, many, many taste. Why should he be cheated of any taste? And that topmost taste, that is in Radhika. So Krishna thinking, how I have to come in the mood of Radhika. So how can I get the mood of Radhika? Only two ways: beg, borrow, or steal. If you want something, either you have to, can I borrow it, right? Say someone has, I need 500 rupees, then I can go to Indubhusan, please lend me 500 rupees. If that doesn't work, I can steal when he's sleeping, go under his pillow and take the 500 rupees. So beg, or I can just beg, brother, I cannot repay you, just give me. So three ways to get something: beg, borrow, or steal. So different devotees have said different things. Well, Gaugamaj would say Krishna stole the mood. Krishna stole. Why not? Chora gaganyam purusham namami. He is the topmost of all thieves. Okay, we heard of someone stealing rupees, someone stealing sweets. Like my sweets I kept in my room, that was stolen when the people went to Haridwar. We heard of people stealing sweets. We heard of people stealing money. But people stealing mood, we never heard of that before. No. But Krishna stole the mood of Radhika. Because that's when he put Radhika, when he saw Radhika's separation. That's one reason Gaugamaj said Krishna went to Mathura. When he went to Mathura, then Radhika becomes so much burning in separation. That time Krishna entered the heart and stole the mood of Radhika and became Gauranga Mahaprabhu. But when Gurudev, of course, Gurudev would hear, he think how Krishna can steal something of Radhika's. So Guru Maharaj would say, Krishna begged, please, your mood is so high. Huh?
Take something.
Sure. Indubhusan now stealing my sweet yogurt. So Krishna would beg the mood of Radhika. I have nothing to repay you, you just give me donation. Both ways are very sweet, but anyhow, whether begging or whether stealing, then Krishna took that mood of Radhika. And if you take someone's mood has a color. Right? When someone's angry, they're red. When someone's afraid, they're white. Right? When someone's envious, they're black, right? We say black with envy. In English, we say like that, black with envy. If someone's sick, they become green, seasick. So mood have a color. When someone's happy, their body have one complexion. When someone's depressed, they have another complexion. So anyway, there's one joke. One black guy was saying, the white people called us colored, but the white man, when he's afraid, he's white. When he's angry, he's red. When he's depressed, he's black. Anyway, so every mood has a color. So when Krishna took the mood of Radhika, he also took the color. So his black complexion became covered. And he took the complexion of Radhika. What is the complexion of Radhika? Tapta Kanchana Gaurange. Her complexion is golden. So when Krishna took the mood of Radhika, he took the complexion of Radhika also. So who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? The complexion of mood Radhika, the mood of Radhika, but inside who is tasting? Radhika is not tasting that, is Krishna is tasting that. Radharani is so generous. No? Didi explains, sometimes when devotees like Mother Sachi and others, they would see Gauranga, like in Shiva Sangha, and Gauranga would do kirtan. And in separation, he would jump in the air and roll on the ground. It seemed like the earth would shake because Gaura Hari's body would slam to the ground. Then all devotees would feel pain because Lord Chaitanya's body is softer than butter. So this separation, like burning, like poison, like this, the nature of prema, so sweet but so burning. So this burning, Radhika, she knows the power of that poison of prema. So Radhika prayed, oh, hey Bhagavan, or who knows who she's thinking of, hey Vedanta, hey Brahma, this happiness of prem you give to Krishna, but this pain of separation I keep. So I give only the happiness to Krishna, not the pain. So in that way, Didi explains, Krishna gave the happiness of prem to Krishna in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but the burning sensation, she wants to keep that for herself. We are different. We want all happiness for ourselves and all suffering for others. But Radhika is not like that. She wants all happiness for Krishna and all pain for herself. This is the nature of love. Until we will understand this, we cannot enter devotion. Devotion not means how I will be happy. No, Malati making a big list, conditions, what I want. You have to apologize if you do anything wrong. I want big list of conditions. But prema is not like that. What makes you happy, you do that. And if that gives me suffering, I'm happy for that. That suffering gives me bliss. That suffering gives me joy. That suffering is my happiness. That is the nature of prema. If Gurudev make me happy by leaving this world, that suffering, that is my happiness. Devotee not have any demand. In this way, many, many things. So the glories of Mahaprabhu, that is the glories of Radhika. But inside, who is tasting this thing? Krishna is tasting. So outside, he looked fully like Radhika. Mood, complexion, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is all speech, that is the Radhika's speech. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is all moods, that is Radhika's moods. So who is Krishna? Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He's Krishna, but different mood. Therefore, Gogamaj would say, don't put the peacock feather on Lord Chaitanya. No. How much he tried to explain this again and again, 100 times, but nobody wanted to listen. Everywhere you see, many people decorate Lord Chaitanya, they put peacock feather on. Why? Because he's Krishna. They say like that. But Gogamaj would say, don't disturb the mood of Lord Chaitanya. Don't disturb the mood of Gauranga. Yes, Gauranga is Krishna, but he not came in this world to taste the mood of Krishna. He came in this world to taste the mood of Radhika, and Radharani never wear peacock feather. How can she? Oh, Krishna, where are you? Oh, peacock feather. Oh, I am Krishna. Then his mood will be destroyed. So Gogamaj so much preach this, but still they have peacock feather on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even today. So don't disturb the mood of Lord Chaitanya. The mood of Lord Chaitanya is Radha Bhav. The mood of Lord Chaitanya is Bhakta Bhav, devotee mood. Of course, Radharani is the best devotee. So in simple language, Bhakta Bhav Kore Angika, Kaviraj Goswami says, he's Krishna who took the mood of the devotee. Who took the mood of Radhika and tasted that. Many times we hear people say, oh, devotion is not for me. What else they say? Devotee is not for, I don't like devotee association. They always criticize me. Devotion is not for me. I cannot feel anything. This is called stupid number one. Because the mood of the devotee is so high, so pleasurable, even Krishna wants to become that. Even Krishna wants to taste the mood of devotion. So, Krishna's Sarup, how much worship, how much respect Krishna gives to devotee, you think? That's why the whole world worship Krishna, because he's so much affectionate to the devotees. What position he gives to the devotees? In the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna is saying, without devotees, I have nothing. Without devotees, I have no happiness. Devotion and devotees are my life and soul. They are my guru. They are more than me. That's why the whole world worship Krishna. Only Krishna can give so much respect to his servants. Right, Oksana? We serve husband. He's never happy, right? No matter how much you give children, never satisfied. They always want to suck your blood more. But Krishna is not like that. So much he always gives respect to the devotees, to devotion. Anyone who practices devotion, Krishna sells himself to them. So in whatever way you look, then the Swarup of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so much astonishing. No? Whether you look in the form of Rup, Gun, Lila, whatever way you look, then Krishna Chaitanya Swarup is, Gaura Swarup is wonderful. His form, how much handsome. More than Krishna Swarup. He is Krishna, but more than Gaura Sundar Swarup is more beautiful than Krishna Swarup. Why? Krishna Swarup is only Krishna, but Gauranga Swarup is Krishna with Radhika's beauty. Radhika's complexion, then like combined form. So the form of Gaura Hari more astonishing, more wonderful than Krishna Swarup. The mercy of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, more merciful than Krishna. Gaura and Krishna is one, but Gaura Swarup is more kind. Why? Because Krishna is a businessman. That much you give devotion, that much I give you mercy. But Gauranga Mahaprabhu is not like that. Even if you don't surrender to him, he'll still give you mercy. Even if you insult him and run away, he give you mercy. Like the sannyasis in Varanasi, so much criticizing Lord Chaitanya, still he give mercy. But he not tolerate offense to devotee, but he is very kind, more kind. And his devotees more merciful, more kind than Krishna's devotees. Of course, we understand Krishna and Gaura is same tattva, but his devotees have something, the devotees of Gauranga have some special thing. They're a little bit more kind even than Krishna's parikas. So therefore, who is that fool who will not worship Lord Chaitanya? Therefore, one who accepts Krishna Swarup but not Gauranga Swarup, that person is Asura, demon. How can you accept one form of Krishna and not another? That is not possible. No. So anyway, we have many things to do. We have to go back to construction. So everyone should prepare their minds, thinking of Lord Chaitanya's Nam, Gun, Rup and Lila. If you hear Gauranga's Lila, then heart becomes purified. Sigora Madhura Lila, Jharkhand, Praveshila, Vidoy Nimala Belatan. One who hears Gauranga's name, Gauranga Lila, then heart becomes purified. They become free from offense. Then can understand something. What is Gaura Swarup? What is Krishna Swarup? Okay, so I think I will be going back to Vrindavan in 1 or 2 days. So I will be lucky. We will celebrate Gaur Purnima, then Vrindavan. There is also Holi. Maybe another day we'll speak about Holi before Gaur Purnima, because Krishna Lila going on, Gaur Lila going on. These are like 2 rooms in one house. So both are relishable for the devotees. So Hare Krishna. Maybe on Tuesday, this time we can speak again, Tuesday morning, okay? On Zoom. Okay, Dandavat Pranams. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams.